Ringo TV Reactions back at you again with another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Let's get down to business. Let's go. We're talking about the situation here with the lead attorney and FreshandFit podcast. The lead attorney pretty much made a video where he, I guess, dug up old dirt concerning FreshandFit podcast. And you know, this is a problem in these YouTube streets. And I want to pretty much cover the case, talk about it, see what we can find, because in this video, the lead attorney said this is not really a celebratory video. This is not a victory lap, but I liken to say that it is a victory lap. And the reason why I would say it's a victory lap is pretty much because he put together this video. And when someone get demonetized and you weren't talking about them before, but all of a sudden now you try to remind the people, hey, you know, this person was false flagging everybody. This person was trying to make me suffer. It's because you're happy that they're suffering now. There's no way around that. Because if you're not happy about it, you wouldn't be talking about it. So this is a victory lap for the lead attorney. He's happy that FreshandFit got demonetized. It brings him great joy. Now he's gonna say that he don't feel that way. He's gonna say he's not celebrating. He's gonna say, you know, I'm not taking any shots, but you are, sir. Because you brought out all this information to make the people see that FreshandFit did you dirty, which means it's still in your heart. You still have ill will in your heart. So you said in your video that you don't really have anything against you. It's in your heart. If you didn't have no ill will, you would not make that video. You would just make a video and say, hey guys, FreshandFit got demonetized. We need to be more careful with the kind of content we do. Make sure we following the rules. You know, as a former attorney, I can speak volumes to the fact that we need to look at the community guidelines. We look at the monetization and make sure that we're doing what we got to do. Hey, you know, wish them well. We had issues in the past, but hey, it is what it is. Hopefully they are able to bounce back, do what they need to do. You know, they have another platform that they're trying to set up. Hey, it is what it is. Anyway, leave your comments, your feedback. Let me know what you think of the video. That's it. But you didn't do that. Instead, you decided to talk about the past. And see, this is why moving forward, I try to do things a little different now. This is why I told people you need to end all these beefs. Because we're at a point in the game where we're supposed to be mature. We see what happened with Kevin Samuels. He rose to fame, made millions of dollars, and now he's dead. So all of the work that he put in was in vain because he put in all the work, but he never was able to enjoy the fruits of his labor. Most of you are literally building upon what he's done. And now you have acquired wealth. You gain a certain amount of money. Your bank account is looking real nice. And you're still holding on to the strife. You're still taking shots. You have not yet matured yet. You're making all this money and still you're just not happy yet. When is it going to end? So again, we're talking about this because we want to bring awareness to what's going on with FreshandFit podcast and how content creators are going around YouTube celebrating. Literally, like they're literally celebrating. I watched a couple of videos by guys. They were like, they don't care, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, if you don't care, why are you here talking about it? You're celebrating because now you feel you have an opportunity to grow. And it's sad because all of you came out of the woodworks as soon as this happened. You weren't talking about it before. So that means that in each of your hearts, you were waiting for the opportunity. You were sitting back quietly, waiting, hoping, praying for their downfall. And now that they got demonetized, you figure it's the best time to remind your audience that FreshandFit did us dirty. FreshandFit false flagged us. FreshandFit did this. Ha, 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 ha. That's basically what you're doing. So we're going to review this video by the lead attorney, and we're going to also review a video that I did in, I think it was 2021, where I was talking about the situation with Poor Man's Podcast regarding Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels came at Poor Man's Podcast sideways, basically threatened him. That's right. And we want to talk about that. See, I got all the receipts. You know, I'm a YouTuber and a historian of these YouTube streets, so I understand what's going on. See, I made this particular video August 23rd, which is interesting. Isn't that interesting? It's the 21st. It's the 21st of August. I made this video on August 23rd. Wow. Maybe I have to ask Ken folk, what does all these numbers mean? It's interesting. But nonetheless, I titled this particular show, you know, The Poor Man's Podcast. You don't need permission to use content from by Kevin Samuels. Fair use. In this particular stream, Poor Man's Podcast, I don't know why he had the name Poor Man Podcast, because he's not poor. I really don't understand. You know, you got to switch that name up, fam. He's like 700,000 subscribers now. You're not poor anymore. Got to change that name, buddy. Anyway, at that time, Kevin was coming at him because he was making reaction videos. If you know, Poor Man's Podcast has been doing reaction videos for a while. And Kevin Samuels didn't like the fact that he was reacting to his content. So he would hit him up like, look, it's like the third video you made this week. You know, you need to get my permission to use this. You know what I mean? And not only was Kevin Samuels pressing him about that, Kevin Samuels was flagging all sorts of content creators all over YouTube. Many smaller platforms was getting flagged. I'm talking about copyright complaints from Kevin Samuels. And Kevin Samuels put out a post on his YouTube channel saying that if you see anybody using my content, to let me know so I can flag them. And all of these people were using content under fair use, and they were getting reported. Now, it's one thing if you mirror Kevin Samuels' content. That's a no-no. We talked about that in other videos, because when I share my commentary, ladies and gentlemen, I try to balance out the playing field. I don't agree with Kevin Samuels at all. You know what I'm saying? There's some things that he teach that is true. I can't knock him for that. There are some things that he taught that is very true concerning women. At the same time, he had a lot of hypocrisy, and I always tried to hold him to the fire so that he can change his tune, right? So when it comes to the people that he was false flagging, I would see smaller content creators. They'll be complaining like, hey, Kevin Samuels reported my video. I didn't break the rules. People used to hit me up. Ringo, what should I do? I didn't do anything. Like, what's going on? I'm playing by the rules. I watch your videos when you talk about fair use. He still reported my videos. And I had to help people to get their videos back. Now, again, if Kevin Samuels had videos and you mirror his content, then rightfully so, he can file a copyright. Because you can't just take somebody's entire video, re-upload it to your platform and try to monetize their video, and you didn't break down the video, you didn't add no commentary. You know, that's against guidelines. So if you got a copyright for that, then yeah, you got what you deserve. But you had people on YouTube that was doing content within the guidelines of fair use, and they were being reported by Kevin Samuels. And I didn't see the lead attorney talk about that. I didn't see the lead attorney bring up the fact that Kevin Samuels was bullying Poor Man's Podcast. You understand what I'm saying? He was bullying Poor Man's Podcast. And I got the clip right here. I got the clip. This brother probably already removed that clip from his platform. But I got receipts on everybody. Like I told you, I got a file on all you content creators. Every video you upload, I download. I got hard drives after hard drives after hard drives. I got files on everybody. Every video you ever post is downloaded by me. That's right. I have a database, a file on everybody. All your older content in your beginning years, all you content creators that used to shout me out all the time, I got all your content. I got everything. Everything nicely organized. I'm very organized with everything that I download. You understand? Because I understand that with social media, people like to remove content. They like to take down information and act like they didn't say certain things. So sometimes I like to kind of bring up the tape. That's why I always say, let's listen to the tapes. Well, let's get back to the tapes. That's my talking point. If you hear anybody saying, let's listen to the tapes, let's get back to the tapes, they got that from me, right? So we're going to take a look at this particular video here. We're not going to look at the entire video because it's 46 minutes. I don't want to go too long and just keep rambling and talking. But we're going to take a look at that. And again, we're going to look at the situation between what's going on with lead attorney and his issue with FreshandFit. Because again, he made this video right after the drama. And you have to think, okay, why? Because for him, it's a victory lap. And I have to share that. We got to talk about it. We got to break it down to find out, is the lead attorney sincerely making a video because he cares? Is he trying to educate the community on how we need to do better as content creators to avoid getting demonetized? Or was he taking a personal shot at FreshandFit Podcast? I would go with the latter, that he was taking a personal shot at FreshandFit Podcast. Anybody that's asking other creators for permission to use their content, you just don't understand the law. You don't need anybody's permission to use their content. Once it's within fair use guidelines, they cannot sit there and say, oh, you're infringing on my copyright. First of all, the majority of every content creator on YouTube do not have all of their videos registered with the Library of Congress as a copyright. They don't got no docket numbers. They don't got anything. So when you file a copyright claim, it's bogus, number one, because you don't have a copyright. Yes, you're the producer. Yeah, you made the video, but you don't have an actual copyright to prove that somebody's infringing on anything. This is why when people file bogus copyright claims and you file a counter notice, what YouTube tends to do is YouTube will give that person who filed the claim 10 business days. 10 business days to bring a court order that is against you, which stops you from infringing on their rights. But if you don't provide that to YouTube, YouTube will reinstate the content. And it's because these people, they don't have a copyright. And number two, they didn't go to court to sue you. They're just abusing the YouTube system. This is what Kevin Samuels is doing. And I'm surprised that none of these content creators are actually talking about this. I mean, I understand that a lot of you guys was down with Kevin Samuels. But at the end of the day, you got to be accountable. You got to hold your boy accountable as well. That's hypocrisy. You cannot just talk about FreshandFit, false flagging creators, and not talk about Kevin Samuels doing it. Because Kevin Samuels did way more than what FreshandFit did. And again, I got the receipts of all this type of stuff. We're talking about thousands of people, hundreds of people were flagged by Kevin Samuels falsely for simply doing reaction videos. This is when Kevin Samuels was rising to success. He didn't like seeing nobody with his content. We even seen a similar situation like this happen with Kendra G. I think Kendra G false flagged, what's this guy? Don Lexi. I'm not sure what his name is. The Blacklight Podcast or something along those lines, right? Kendra G flagged that brother multiple times, multiple copyright strikes. Right? Because she didn't like the fact that he was using her content to do reaction videos because he was getting numbers with those videos. So she thought it would be good to flag him to destroy his work and destroy his platform. And guess what happened? YouTube reinstated all of his videos because she was abusing the system. This is what content creators do because they don't want to see you eat, number one, and they don't want to see you grow. It's so much jealousy and hatred amongst content creators that if they see you reacting to their video, they're like, oh, you using me to become successful. You are clout chasing off me. They're very arrogant. Look at Kevin Samuels now. You see what happens? You see how sad that is? Worrying about somebody's reaction video, but now your life is not here no more. This is why all of you that are still living need to take heed to information like this before we have to make a RIP video about you. Before we have to make a demonetization video about you. It is not fun to take a victory lap when somebody get demonetized. If anything, try to learn what caused that person to get demonetized so that you as a content creator can improve your bottom line so that it don't happen to you. That's how you're supposed to move. If anything, what you guys are supposed to be doing is focusing on improving your own channels to avoid whatever caused Fresh and Fit podcast to get demonetized. Because what I see the lead attorney doing here, he's just gathering up receipts, keeping score of all the hurt that was done. That's what he's doing. There's even scripture in the Bible that talks about that. That a person that got love in their heart is not keeping score in terms of all the wrong that was done to it. So by the pure fact that he put this video together, and he put it together very well, he edited this video pretty good, it's still an indication that he has ill will in his heart towards Fresh and Fit podcast. And he did it in a very subtle way. That's why I want to review this so that we can get the full information on what's going on here. Because now he starts off the video by showing a clip of Myron appear to get emotional. And he starts off the clip with that. So I'm trying to figure out, why would you start the clip off there? And you have other content creators that say, oh, Myron was crying. He got off set crying. It's like, y'all are amused by this stuff. But if you got terminated today, you're not going to be laughing. That's the thing that is really crazy about these creators on YouTube. And it's only with so-called black people I see a lot of this. But even though you got white people celebrating, I've seen videos by white folk celebrating Fresh and Fit being demonetized. Literally laughing, celebrating, mocking, you know. And here's the thing, fam. When I make these videos, it is not for you, the viewer, to care. Because I see people posting comments in my other video that I previously did saying, you know, I don't really care about this and that. It's not about you caring. We're not here to have an emotional ceremony because they got demonetized. What I'm trying to make people understand is stop laughing at people and making fun of them because of that. Because I'm seeing people LOLing and all this other stuff. Be very careful about that. Remember, you have a job. You can get fired from your job. It's not going to be a laughing matter when your company call you in the office and say, hey, John, yeah, sit down. We're going to have to let you go. You know, we reviewed the cameras and it shows that you were drinking on the job. And we have a policy against that. We're going to have to let you go. You got a mortgage to pay. You got kids. Your son is in college. And you're looking around like, you know how that feels? It don't feel good. And again, ladies and gentlemen, you're talking to somebody that got demonetized. So I know what that feels like. See, all of these people that are making videos, they never got demonetized. So they don't know what Fresh and Fit is feeling. And again, I'm not here to defend them. Do you understand me? I don't follow their messages. I don't support them. I'm not subscribed to them. But they're in the YouTube streets. We're all a part of the YouTube ecosystem. We're all at the same agency. Whether you got a separate channel doing your own thing, you still are a peer amongst other creators. We're going to see you. We're going to hear from you, whether we agree with one another or not. we still got to have a certain level of respect. That's what I'm trying to promote now. Like, I'm not into the beefing and all the nonsense. I'm not doing that mess no more. It's unproductive. It don't get you nowhere. It just ruins channels. The viewers don't like that stuff. When you beefing with this person and that person and y'all arguing, you're just making us laugh. It's entertaining. But at the end of the day, it's not helping your platform. It's really not. Right? So let's review this tape and break this thing down. And then we're going to look at the other video that I did in 2021 so we can find out what happened with the Poor Man's podcast regarding Kevin Samuels. So I can show you that Kevin Samuels is guilty of this as well. So why is it that all of these creators have strategically came out with content at the same exact time talking about the same exact things? That's to show they're all taking personal attacks at Fresh and Fit podcast. And that's unacceptable behavior. And it needs to be called out. Right? So let's get this thing set up and play the tape. Commentary and criticism, fair use, Ringo TV reactions. Let's go.
Children, right? That was great. But saving you guys is better.
Now, that's how lead attorney starts off the tape. So you got to ask yourself the question. I mean, while editing, you place that clip at the beginning to show them in a state where they're not as arrogant as they normally be. We know Fresh and Fit, those guys are arrogant. They could be a-holes at time. I get it. But it's almost as if though you're using that moment to capitalize off of it for your own self. Your video did numbers, doing pretty good. The ad revenue you're about to get off of that video is going to be pretty good. For what? What actually did you do in terms of educating the community on what happened to Fresh and Fit's situation? Because I didn't see no solutions in the video. I didn't see anything there, but you reminded the public of what they've done. So that's a personal shot. That means that you still feel some type of way. I mean, years pass by, you still holding on to that? Like I said, there are content creators I had issues with in the past. I took down all their videos. There are some other content creators I might have some videos still lingering around. I'm taking down all of those videos. All those videos that I made about this person, that person, if they're a content creator, they're coming down. All of those videos. You know why? Because I would be a hypocrite to be saying these things and I'm not putting it to practice. I already started taking down videos. Because what I'm trying to do is make you understand that all of this beefing, all it does, it destroys us. Because we're all trying to get to the same place. We're all trying to produce content. We're all trying to build platforms. But at the same time, we're beefing and taking personal shots. And all it does is bring negative attention to the space. Why did Fresh and Fit get demonetized? That's the question everybody needs to be asking. Why? What caused it? Not gossip, not because they made a video with a sheet on their head, not because they had some controversial person on their platform. What was the real reason? Because once we can find out that reason, now we can protect our platforms because we know what they did was wrong. And this is what I've been trying to teach, especially in the last stream. I gave y'all a lot of advice on things that you can do to improve your channel so that you can avoid being demonetized. Like I said, if you're a content creator and you're listening to my stream right now, and you do YouTube shorts, if you upload clips of other people content from TikTok, from here, from there, from Instagram, and you just upload a clip with somebody speaking, and you are not in that video giving any commentary, if YouTube find your channel and review your channel, I promise you, you will be demonetized and you won't be able to reestablish monetization for 90 days. In some instances, you may never, ever be a part of the YouTube partnership program. This is a fact. I know that personally because that is how I got demonetized. I was posting clips and I thought it was innocent. Like, okay, you could just post a little clip, ain't nothing. But that went against YouTube's guidelines regarding shorts. If you do shorts, you got to be in the video. I don't care if you make a funny face. I don't care what you do. If you're in the video, you're good to go. If you're familiar with Angry Man do shorts. He's very successful with the shorts. If you notice when he do the shorts, you see him in the video. You see that? He's in the video. So if YouTube review it, they'll look and they'll say, okay, he's in the video. If he's a facial expression, you got to do something. But if you just post that video and you're not in it, you will be demonetized. So I'm not trying to discourage anybody from doing shorts. You could do them, but you have to be in the video. You get what I mean? In other words, take the video clip, put it on the top portion of the video, and you be on the bottom where you're reacting to it or you're giving a reaction. Do that, you're in the safe zone. But if you just upload a clip, you're gonna get demonetized. Do you understand? If you do it that way, you're safe. I promise you. I know what I'm talking about because that's how I got demonetized because I was breaking a rule. You think these other creators are gonna give you this game? Of course not. They're selfish. A lot of them not gonna try to help you. Instead, they'll tell you pay $300 for this program and pay $300 for this seminar and pay $500 for this and $200 for that. Come on, man. Just give the people the game, right? So now, let's break this video down and make sure you get the likes up on the video. We got 300 people, only 100 likes. Let's get those likes up. Let's break this thing down now.
Lead attorney here. People wanted me to react to this. Now, why is that? FreshandFit doesn't really care for me too much.
What do you guys think about the lead attorney?
No comment.
X.
Yep.
Hell no.
Now notice that. He says, how does FreshandFit care about him? Do FreshandFit care about the lead attorney? He immediately brought up an old clip. An old clip to prove that FreshandFit had some words to say about him personally. Do you see where this is going? Does this sound like somebody that is not taking a personal shot? What is he trying to establish? Remember, he's a former attorney. So he's trying to establish a timeline of events to build his case that FreshandFit always had ill will towards him, to get the focus off him having ill will towards them due to them being demonetized. So he's digging up old bones to make it look like if FreshandFit today is doing that. Let's go.
People want to know if I'm happy about what has happened to their channel. They want to know if I'm going to take a victory lap. Well, I am not happy. And
now he said he's not happy, but I disagree. I disagree, sir. You are happy. Come on. Be honest. You're happy. That got to give you some sort of pleasure. Knowing that these guys false flagged you, 10 copyrights, tried to shut down your livelihood, tried to shut down your channel. Come on. I mean, the way you edit this video, you took your time. I think you did a wonderful job editing this video. I always give credit where credit is due. You did a wonderful job editing this video. So you took your time to do it because there got to be a level of pleasure. Okay, I agree. They did you dirty, sir. Yes, they did. They did you dirty. I would be furious. But come on. You gonna tell me you ain't taking a little bit of pleasure with the fact that they got demonetized? Just admit it. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But don't lie now, because I can read you.
and this video will not be a victory lap. For those who don't know, Fresh and Fit's channel was just demonetized yesterday. Now, Abba from Abba and Preach had predicted this over a month ago.
You know, if you're proud of this, congratulations, brother. You played yourself. I don't think there's much to be said. I wouldn't be surprised if the YouTube channel gets deleted.
Everybody.
You see that? So we have other content creators, Abba and Preach, that predicts that their channel might get deleted. Do you see how it's almost as if though people wishing death? Because, okay, their channel get deleted. Okay, their channel's demonetized. Okay, now what's next? They're still alive. You're happy that they're losing money. Just admit it. Just admit it. Don't lie.
They realized it was just a matter of time when you had that tall guy sitting there in the Ku Klux hood, even though it wasn't very surprising, being that he had made some racist commentary on it.
Notice how he's bringing up things that Fresh and Fit done to again substantiate the point that he's a bad guy, he's horrible. And like I said, I don't agree with Fresh and Fit. I think those guys are a-holes at times. Very arrogant, self-centered. You know what I mean? They talk a lot of, you know, all this tough talk. But when their back is against the wall after getting demonetized, you see Myron, you know, getting emotional because it's starting to affect him now. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking him. But my point is, these guys, they're just like all these other guys in these YouTube streets. They say things that people don't agree with, and we agree to disagree at times. Sometimes we argue, we fight, we make videos, we roast each other. I get it. But when a person gets demonetized, that's not the time to you know, start taking victory laps and celebrations. That's not the time, you know? So what the lead is doing here is, just like an attorney tries to convince the jury so that they can bring forth a guilty verdict, he's bringing out the evidence to say, look at what he did with the white sheet over his head. Look who he's sitting next to. That YouTuber that you just saw, if I'm correct, YouTube banned him, if I'm correct. This is what I'm hearing in these streets. So, and I don't even think they did that video on YouTube. So I don't understand why he added that into the stream. I just don't get it, but I do get it.
Channel in the past, racist commentary that I called out. So maybe it's me. Maybe you don't have a problem. Anybody in the chat have a problem with this Fresh and Fit guy insinuating that Preach is an ape, a chimp? You know, there was this video on Reddit where this white guy, this racist guy, was calling this dude the N-word, and he was like, I was like, shit, he's for real.
Now remember, this is the same guy that said that he got key information about the Shanquella situation. Y'all remember that video? And he was interviewing some guy and said that this young woman, Dejanay or something, was arrested. She wasn't arrested. That was a lie. He lied. And that went over his platform with hundreds of thousands of subscribers. He lied to the public and was able to be compensated for the lie. While this young lady is in the grave, and he capitalized off of her death. But when I called it out, all of these content creators, oh, they didn't say anything about it, because again, it's about making this money. But yet they're trying to tell you about the issues of Fresh and Fit, but I don't see him making videos about all of the discrepancies and the issues from the past that he did regarding the Shanquella situation. I covered those videos already. And I called it out. As soon as I saw the lies, I was like, yo, this guy is out of pocket, fam. He's interviewing this dude that's from overseas as if though, oh, they arrested some woman. They never arrested nobody, y'all. Think about how the family must have felt seeing those videos. And you got ad revenue on those videos. What about your sin? What about the things you've done? Nobody cares, right? That's why I'm a historian in these YouTube streets and I'm able to bring up the truth.
But I also want you to notice the visual, the way he's doing his arms like an ape. And
now he's trying to convince you that Myron is talking about black people as an ape. Do you see what he's doing now? So you got him making you think that, oh, he's talking about black people as being apes, right? He's talking about Myron having a white sheet on his head. You know what that means, right? He's talking about, you know, that Abba and Preach pretty much called out that their channel might get deleted in the future, which they did a year ago. So everything that you see him doing is trying to shape public opinion to think negative of Fresh and Fit. And like I said, I'm not here to defend them. I personally don't agree with those guys. I don't watch their content. What I'm trying to show you is the hypocrisy of how there seems to be this strategic plan where all of these content creators are coming together, being that Fresh and Fit is on, you know, in a bad place right now, so that they can all attack at the same time and build their numbers up. Because everybody that made videos regarding the situation with Fresh and Fit, all of their videos is getting numbers. They're all in the hundreds of thousands of views right now. So each of those videos, they're gonna collect like $2 grand or $3 grand off that one video. Not to mention if they got any sort of super chats or any sort of cash apps or whatever the case is. So they're just pretty much running the numbers up right now. They could care less about those guys. That's what this is about.
And I want you to notice a few points, and this is a short clip, guys. I want you to notice how he's doing his fucking hands. What really kind of took me over the edge is that there was a white girl in the back. And when he was doing, the white girl started laughing.
Your wife is probably ugly. I said it.
Yo,
You gave her a ring pop and you licked her at your fucking wedding.
we should fly her up, bro.
Weirdo.
Hey, yo, we should fly her up.
Guaranteed. Flew out. Flew out.
I mean, he's trying to show you something here, but to me it's petty. And these are grown men that do this. You're saying that you don't got no ill will or anything towards Fresh and Fit, but you're showing, you literally put it on the screen that on a different podcast, and you put that over 1 year ago. So what exactly are you doing? You're taking shots at them. And again, they did you dirty. You probably feel that you got to get some get back at them. Okay, cool, I get it. But you're doing it at a time when they got demonetized, and on top of that, you're trying to make the audience hate them even more to make it seem like, okay, they got demonetized because of this. No. Why did they get demonetized? It's not because of these videos. No. I've seen many people get demonetized. You had one woman on YouTube, she got demonetized because all she do is thirst trap. She got demonetized. YouTube finally caught up with her. They reviewed her channel. They found out that, hey, she's not really adding anything in terms of education, entertainment, or so and so forth. All she's doing is thirst trapping. They demonetized her channel. And she got millions of subscribers. You understand? So let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
Hey, kiss the bride. This dumbass nigga. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Yeah. You're making them dumbass faces. We fucking help guys make money. We help guys get in shape. We help men improve. What the fuck are you dumbass niggas doing behind your shitty ass road shotgun mic?
Yo, chat, put a one in the chat if you agree with us.
Yo, real talk, man.
Look at the white girl.
I could tell you niggas stink.
Notice how the lead attorney is telling you, look at the white girl. What about the black girls? See, this is how we know, sir, that what you're doing is pure hypocrisy, because you're saying, look at the white girl. Who cares about the white girl? What about all the black ladies? See, it's normal for black women. That's basically what you're saying, that it's normal for black women to hear that type of rhetoric, right? You're trying to make it seem like, oh, because there's a white girl in the room, we need to be alarmed. Like, oh, they're doing this in front of white people. Oh my goodness. When black people call each other N-words every single day and degrade one another every single day in music. Talk to me about that. You know what I mean? These people are acting like they righteous, like they never said anything that was out of pocket or did anything that was out of pocket in these YouTube streets. Every content creator said something that was out of pocket at some point.
From the fucking video I'm watching right now. Y'all be sweating in the fucking studio. Yo. And y'all standing mad awkwardly close to each other, talking to that shitty ass mic. Hey, what's your take on this, Preach? I don't know. I don't know.
So at this point, he's taking shots right there in the video at Abba and Preach. And for whatever reason, they're mocking them, they're roasting them, whatever you want to call that. This is done by multiple content creators towards one another. So I don't see what is the significance of the lead attorney pretty much sharing this particular clip to shape public opinion so that people could think negative. And again, Fresh and Fit, those are arrogant guys. I get it. Kevin Samuels was another arrogant guy, self-centered. You know, I mean, it is what it is. Very selfish, you know, wanted everything for himself. It's the same thing. So I just don't understand what's the point of this.
The fuck, man?
The fuck is this?
Clifford, bro.
Look at the white girl laughing. Shout out to the white girl. But whatever, that's in the past.
Yeah, it's in the past. So why are you bringing it up? It doesn't make any sense. You're right. It's in the past. He said it's in the past. It's not something that happened today. So why are we watching it for? Why are you bringing that up if it's in the past? Why are you talking about it, sir? Because you're taking personal shots. This video was your victory lap. Because they finally got demonetized and you feel good about that. Just admit it. I would respect you a little more if you just say you're happy what happened. I'll be like, damn, that brother's cold, but hey, he spoke the truth. You can't knock that, fam. You know, because they did do you dirty. 10 copyright strikes. Come on, man. They did you dirty.
Last night they had a stream. It was just the two of them, the Fresh and Fit guys. No drunk women in halter tops and tattoos arguing back and forth.
Notice he said no drunk women, no this. You see the personal shots? Do you see how he's taking personal shots at the way they do their show? Do you see that? No drunk women arguing back and forth, da 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 da. Do you see the competitive jealousy spirit? You know? Do you see how he's talking about the things they do that he has a problem with? He's trying to say that they got on a different frequency of, listen, this is serious, so we're just going to have this meeting. You know what I mean? More personal shots. Let's go.
Waiting to get kicked out of their apartment. And they called it a meeting.
Waiting to get kicked out of their apartment. Did you get that part? Let's go. Let's rewind that back a little bit. Let me see if I can do that. Hold on.
And tattoos arguing back and forth, waiting to get kicked out of their apartment.
Waiting to get kicked out of their apartment. And there's rumors going around in these YouTube streets that they want them out of that building. For whatever reason, I don't know. I talked about that in my last stream. With all the money that Fresh and Fit and them guys is making, they could have got some land, built a building, had a studio, multiple studios. Man, they could have did some really, really good things with that bread. And this just goes to show a lot of men, they really don't invest the money back into the business the way it's supposed to be done. I mean, when you grow to 1 million subscribers, fam, that's when you got to really expand and really take this thing to the next level and not just sit on YouTube, focusing on YouTube only, but actually branch out into other avenues. That way, if anything was to go wrong with YouTube, your audience is still following you. Your audience still looks for you. You get what I'm saying? Because you have grown your business to the point where you're not just a content creator on YouTube. You're an international content creator. You're all over the place. You understand what I mean? It's like a lot of people don't expand to that point and they don't get the right people on their team so they can really build. You get what I mean? Let's get back to the tapes.
And they called it a meeting. They called it an emergency meeting. They wanted to discuss the possible demise of their channel. They were somber in that meeting because they realized that their channel had just been demonetized. Now, if you're not a content creator, you do not know the pain of having your channel's ability to earn money taken away.
Now, he said something there that is very interesting. He said, as a content creator, you know, like you wouldn't know the pain. But when was the lead attorney demonetized? What pain do he know about being demonetized if he never been demonetized? When did the lead attorney lose a channel? Crickets? When did the lead attorney get demonetized? I don't recall when he got demonetized. I don't ever hear that happen. All he do is sell you courses on how to live stream, which is, in my humble opinion, a scam. You don't need that. I said it. You don't need any courses to know how to live stream on YouTube. You want to know how to do YouTube? Go get a camera, use your cell phone, and just start uploading content. There's no special formula, fam. Right? Let me see what's going on. Somebody said somebody need to be packed up. Who? Highlight their name. Highlight their name because I'm not focusing on the chat. And don't waste my time. Because if the person is not saying anything out of pocket, I might pack you up for wasting my time. And I don't care who you are.
These were two young, hardworking men making millions, and it's all gone. This pain is enormous.
Notice how he said it's all gone. I mean, you were happy to say it's all gone. How do you mean it's all gone? Like, it ain't the end of the world. It's a definitely a bad place to get demonetized because now it's like you're not getting paid for none of your work. That's bad. But the thing is, anybody could get demonetized. You said that these guys was working very hard and they got demonetized and they lost it all. Okay, but you sound happy, fam. You sound happy about this one.
The tall one even cried.
Saving children, right? That was great. But saving you guys is better.
You see how he said the tall one even cried. Let me see. See what's going on. Let me see who this person is, what they're doing. I don't see anything that he said, fam. I'm looking at his comments. I don't see anything. He just put a LOL, laughing out loud emoji. He says, I get what you're saying, Ringo, and I respect that, but I find humor in the karma involved in his demonetization. He have every right to say whatever he want to say. I'm looking for, you know, things that cross the line. I don't see anything there. I don't see anything that he did wrong, fam. Like, you just can't just say pack somebody up, because this is why I only have certain moderators, because if I made other people moderators, y'all gonna be blocking people and deleting them for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I want people to be able to share their opinions. I'm not looking for robots. I'm not looking for people to just agree with me all day, right? As long as he's not disrespecting nobody and cussing people out and doing anything crazy, I don't got no problem with you saying whatever you want to say. And then, like I said, people are gonna laugh. People are gonna mock that Fresh and Fit got demonetized. I'm not saying that, oh, if you laugh or mock them in my chat, then I'm gonna block you. That I'm not doing that. So people have a right to feel how they want to feel. You get what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is, man. Let's get back to the tapes. See, he keep playing this clip right here of how they feel. How would you feel if you lost millions of dollars? How would you feel? This is not no joke, because it's like, man, I got to pay these bills. I got to pay these people. I got to do this. You don't know what kind of expenses they pay. They got to get, like, think about this, guys. They got their setup. They got their studio. They got a staff of about 20. They got to pay all these people. We don't know what their salaries are, right? They probably paying them real good too. You understand? They got to fly in girls. They probably take these girls out to dinner. They probably book hotels for them. They probably do a lot of spending. So you factor in that and them getting demonetized. So now it's like, man, how do we continue the operation if we're not getting in our revenue where we can budget the expenses. Now you're losing now. You see that? So it can really sabotage the operation greatly. We're not just talking about how much money they earn. We're talking about the money they got to pay to different people in order to get the content. You know? Let's get back to the tapes.
Yeah, man, this is tough, bro.
He would not.
Yeah, I see the difference, bro. I see the difference. That's why I'm saying, like, keep your comments, you know, civil. Do what y'all got to do in the comments section. I'm only looking for disrespect. He never disrespected nobody. Let's get back to the tapes.
Wish this pain on anyone. Well, that's a lie. See,
he just said, I wouldn't wish. Listen, are y'all seeing this or am I making this up? Look, listen to the tape again. Listen.
Yeah, man, this is tough, bro.
He would not wish this pain on anyone. Well, that's a lie. See, the trauma that Fresh and Fit is feeling right now, they tried to make...
Okay, I get what he was saying. He said that they said they wouldn't wish this pain on anybody. Let me rewind that back. Because what I'm trying to establish here is that the lead attorney still feels some type of way. And he is celebrating. He's just doing it in a very subtle way, like how an attorney would do it. You know how attorneys move? And I don't like attorneys, by the way. I don't like them because they're liars. That's what they call lawyers, because they're liars, right? And I'm talking about the corrupt attorneys, the attorneys that just don't do their job. You know, the attorneys that always doing people dirty, you know, helping you to go to prison, working with the prosecutors and everybody else, working with the judge to put you away. Those kind of attorneys, I can't stand them.
Other content creators feel that same trauma, that same pain just last year. How did they do that, you ask? Well, Fresh and Fit hired a $2 attorney and a 7-cent paralegal to spam out copyright strikes across all of the platform targeting certain content creators.
Why is he bringing this up, y'all? Why is he even talking about this? Why is he reminding the public about this? Because he's taking personal shots at Fresh and Fit while they're down. Rather than him try to figure out how they got demonetized, he's trying to get a get back at them now. Okay, you tried to destroy my channel. You tried to take me out with those copyrights. Okay, now that you guys got demonetized, let me start talking crap now. And I'm gonna do it in a very subtle way so that my audience don't look at me as if though I'm mocking them. Let me put on a suit. Let me be clean cut. Let me just look like an attorney with my nice background, with my books and my plaques and my YouTube plaque, so that I can look as professional and clean as possible. And let me keep my tone in a certain level so they don't look at me as if though I'm laughing at them. But when you really think about it, he's laughing at them.
Fresh and Fit wanted these content creators to lose their monetization. They wanted these content creators to lose their entire channel. They wanted me, the lead, to lose my channel. They wanted me to feel that pain that they're crying about today. They hired that $2 attorney, and that $2 attorney put 10 copyright strikes against me.
And that's bad. That's really bad what they did to you. I get it. They tried to take you down. You have a right to be upset. I would be upset. I'll be going in. At the same time, this is a victory lap. Make no mistake about it. Just say it. Make a new video and say, hey guys, Ringo's right. That video was my victory lap. They did me dirty. I'm just going to call it out. It is what it is. I would have a little more respect for you if you just did that than to make it seem like you're not a little bit happy about what's going on. Because to receive 10 copyrights, that'll piss you off. If you can recall, what's that woman? The Pearl lady. She had sent 10 or more copyrights to another YouTuber the other day. Y'all remember that situation where their brother almost lost his channel? And this is what they do when they can't win, they try to delete you. Trying to shut somebody's channel down is the equivalent of killing them. And that's what content creators do because of jealousy, you know?
Take a look. This is what their attorney filed against me. It says, thank you for your submission. It is under review to ensure it's valid. Here is the information you filled out. Here we go. Here we go. Copyright owner name, FreshandFit. Now, you only need 3 to lose your channel. And this guy hit me with 10. Each one of those 10 was fraudulent and it was against YouTube's terms of service. Now, I rarely use FreshandFit's content. When I did, it was always under fair use. So imagine this $2 attorney tries to attack me. It could be true that I use their content, but I use their content 18 for 20 seconds. But listen, if I use your content for 20 seconds, you better believe I'm using it under fair use. I'm a goddamn attorney.
But you're not a copyright attorney. You could be an attorney, sir, but you're not a copyright attorney. Just because you're an attorney, it depends on which practice you're involved in. You might be in family, you might be an personal injury attorney. Those different fields require different education, different types of knowledge. So being an attorney does not mean you know more knowledge than the next man. You know, I would assume that I know more information about you regarding copyright law, and I'm not an attorney. Do you understand my point? It depends on which field you're in. See, they sent those copyrights to you because they wanted to silence you for whatever reason. And again, FreshandFit podcast, these guys are very arrogant. Maybe they were trying to shut down the competition. Maybe they saw your videos and was like, wait a minute. The lead attorney is getting views, he's getting numbers, he's making money. We got to get him out of the way. You get what I'm saying? And they try to take you out. And they saw other content creators and they say, you know what? This guy right here is making money. He's getting numbers. If we could get them all out of the way, we'll be the only big dogs in these YouTube streets making all the bread. And that's probably what was their plan, but it probably failed. But at the same time, you're holding on to the past. You haven't moved on. You're no different than a woman who has suffered the trauma of past relationships. And rather than you heal and move on so that you can get into a new relationship and build a family, you're still holding on to the trauma of the past. Somebody said he's a divorce attorney. If he's a divorce attorney, he don't know anything about copyrights. He might have some knowledge about copyright law. At the same time, just because he's an attorney does not mean that he's smart in copyright law. That's why when you deal with copyright issues, you go to a copyright attorney, not a so-called family, divorce, whatever attorney. You don't go to those guys if you're dealing with copyrights. Let's get back to the tapes.
Are you kidding me? Oh, but YouTube already knew that that attorney was on some BS. We are concerned that some of the information in your takedown request may be fraudulent. Please understand that YouTube receives a large amount of fraudulent copyright takedown results. And we take this abuse of that process very seriously.
They do take it very seriously. This is why I always tell people that false copyright claims can destroy your platform. You know, if you're a creator and somebody else is using your content under fair use and you file a false complaint because you just don't like the fact that they're using the content, YouTube will terminate your channel, which means all the hard work you put in, they'll delete it. YouTube don't have a problem deleting your channel. You're just another content creator. There'll be a million more. It doesn't really matter. You're going to follow the rules or you're going to get packed up and shipped on out of here.
YouTube sent me the entire email chain of the correspondence that the YouTube team had with FreshandFit's attorney and that 7-cent paralegal. Guys, when I woke up to this shit here, boy, I was on this shit on my phone like, oh my God. A nigga was scrolling. I was like, oh my God.
The information that he got from YouTube, you can request that information. That's not nothing new that anybody else cannot get. You know what I'm saying? He seems very excited about this, but it's nothing new to me.
The email chain showed that the YouTube team knew that those 10 copyright strikes against me were fraudulent. YouTube gave FreshandFit 7 days to apologize and retract each one of those 10 fraudulent copyright strikes against me. You may be able to avoid termination if you retract your takedown request. They said, take it back. If you want to avoid termination of your channel, take this shit back.
And that's normally what happens. This is why I tell YouTubers, don't resort to copyright abuse, because what's going to end up happening is YouTube is going to terminate your account because they can tell that your complaint is bogus. And you might think you're getting away with doing something, but now it's violating YouTube's terms of service when you do that. So they're going to give you the option to apologize and retract those statements, or they're going to have to just terminate your account. They could have just terminated your account because it's within the guidelines. If you go read the YouTube Bible, which is the guidelines, it'll tell you right there that if you abuse the copyright takedown system, that you are subjecting yourself to termination. It's in the fine print. This is why I always tell people that when people file bogus complaints on you, always remind YouTube about their terms of service. So when you speak into the YouTube team via Twitter or on YouTube's YouTube Studio chat, always send them a screenshot of the YouTube terms of service where it's underlined and highlight where it says that if people file false claims, that YouTube will terminate their channel. That way, once you get your videos reinstated, YouTube can now go terminate that person's channel, and then they'll learn the hard way, you know? And it could have been avoided if you just follow the rules.
Take this bullshit back where it came from. YouTube warned Fresh and Fit that if they did not retract those fraudulent claims against me, their entire account would be terminated.
I had people that had the same thing done to them. It's nothing new.
They even explain how to do it. They're like, listen, paralegal, if you don't know how to do it, please reply to this email with, quote, I hereby retract my bullshit claim. They didn't say bullshit. Of copyright infringement. Period. The YouTube team. So what happened? Well, the attorney apologized, retracted each one of those claims, and YouTube allowed their channel to stay up. Think about it.
YouTube gave them an option to keep their channel. They could have terminated their channel. It's in writing. They gave them the opportunity because they saw that their channel had all of these millions of subscribers, whether they were at 1 million subscribers during that time or not. They definitely had to hit 1 million somewhere around there. So YouTube probably was like, look, we don't want to just delete your whole channel just like that. So we're giving you this option. Retract these statements. Let's cut out this BS and let's get back to the business of making content. Let's stop playing around. You know, y'all in the sandbox, y'all playing, y'all mad. Let's grow up and be men. That's pretty much what YouTube was doing. Just giving them a slap on the wrist. You know what I mean? Because they could have took their channel down without warning. It's in writing, y'all. This is not a game. You'll wake up in the morning, your channel gone. You're like, what just happened? YouTube decided to take it down because you were violating their rules, fam. You can't be abusing the copyright system. You know, I don't do stuff like that, fam. You know, even people that do dirt, I don't resort to filing copyright claims. Even I have actually been accused of doing that in these YouTube streets. People have been accusing me of filing copyright claims. I have never filed a copyright claim on anybody in these YouTube streets. Absolutely never, because it's a waste of time. Total waste of time. It's just unproductive.
Fresh and Fit hired that $2 attorney to take my channel down, and now look at their situation.
Do you see? And now look at their situation. Do you see what he just did right there? He's holding them to the past of what they did to him, and now he's saying, now look at their situation. But he told you it's not a victory lap. It's a victory lap, ladies and gentlemen.
Look what they are in tears about today.
Look at what they're in tears about today. They're making fun of them. He's making fun of Fresh and Fit right now. He's happy about what's happening, fam.
Now, is this karma? What it's not is a time to celebrate.
Now, he's telling you it's not a time to celebrate, but if you really think about it, it is a time to celebrate because that's what he's doing. That's why he made the video. He's telling you it's not a time to celebrate, but really, he is celebrating.
Have no ill will, no bad blood with Fresh and Fit.
I don't listen. I'm not believing nothing he just said right there. He do have ill will and bad blood. That's why he's bringing up all of these allegations and all of the history of what he been through with Fresh and Fit. He do have something in his heart. He's just not telling you. He's telling you without telling you.
Talked about them on my channel in well over a year. I wish these brothers well. The reason that I'm making this video is to underscore the importance of what has just happened. Most of you don't make YouTube videos. Only a content creator can know the particular pain that you suffer when your channel is under attack.
Yeah, I understand what that feel like, and I'm pretty sure the lead attorney understood what that felt like when he received those 10 copyrights. Like I'm saying, he have every right to get upset with the fact that Fresh and Fit tried to take him out. You know what I mean? My thing is just be honest. You know what I mean? Don't say, oh, this is not a victory lap. This is not really a time to celebrate, when you are celebrating, because you're bringing it up. You're bringing up the fact that they did you dirty, and you want your audience to know that, hey, they did me dirty. Now look at them. See? That's a victory lap.
Last night on their channel, Fresh and Fit hosted what they termed an emergency meeting. We should not forget, though, that last year on my channel, I hosted an emergency meeting.
See? Now he's talking about when he hosted an emergency meeting. He's happy, y'all. He's excited that they got demonetized. The lead attorney is happy that Fresh and Fit got demonetized. That's sad. You know? They're literally celebrating, fam. He's celebrating without celebrating. He's doing it the way an attorney would do it. You have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, he's a former attorney, so you know he knows how to play the game. So he's celebrating without making a celebration. Very subtle.
Now, it did not start out that way. I had just turned on my camera and started talking about Fresh and Fit.
He's not trying to get YouTube money. He's paid. To Emmanuel, he's not retired. Like, well, he's retired, but he's not trying to get YouTube money. He's getting YouTube money. I need to make you understand that. And again, I don't agree with all these guys, but when it comes to dollars, you know, these guys are getting their bag. They are. So, because a lot of times people think that when you're on YouTube, like you just don't got nothing and you're just a nobody. You could be making $50,000 a month, $60,000 a month, $20,000 a month. It's pretty good, right? Let's get back to the tapes.
It's $2 attorney's attack against me and my channel. But as I started explaining what was happening to me, other content creators started filing into the stream. Big dogs on the YouTube platform, some of the greatest. And we all started—
If I'm not on that list, then none of those guys are the greatest. I mean, you said big dogs and some are the greatest and all this other stuff. If I'm not on that list, then I don't know who they are, fam. I'm just being honest with you. Someone said in the chat, I wonder if I can sue a church to get my tithe money back. Nope, you can't do that. Once you give that money in, you made the choice to give that money up. So that's your loss.
Talking about how Fresh and Fit was attacking content creators on the platform, abusing YouTube's copyright system. Who was there? Well, for one, Abba from Abba and Preach. And Abba was the one that initially sounded the alarm to what Fresh and Fit was doing. That you were really the one who kind of sounded the alarm on this. I guess individual content creators that were affected knew about it, but really no one else really knew about it. Talk to us a little bit about how all this started.
Yeah, so a couple other content creators got hit, but they didn't get the email that we got. What they got was instantaneous strike.
Then those strong young brothers from Playback showed up and they talked about what was going on. Can you tell us a little bit about your interaction with this situation, kind of where it started with you guys?
Yeah, so our previous system was we would just look at videos online, and if we saw something, we sent it in a group chat. One of the videos I came across was a video of Fresh specifically, look what felt like obviously lying about a story where an NBA player gave him, can I swear on the show? Or,
yes.
NBA player gave him pussy. So I played like, I played 2 minutes of it to low.
I didn't know you were going there, but keep going.
It was a threesome with 3 girls and Fresh. Somehow the math didn't add up, but
threesome with 3 women and Fresh.
Anyway,
Okay.
I thought it was so funny. I played a couple minutes for low and we were bawling. You're like, I was off my chair. We were having, it was one of our most fun recordings because it was just obviously fake. But anyway, we reacted to it. But they didn't like that. So at the time, this was before their channel had blown up. This is when they made a response to us, I believe.
Yeah, this is actually before they responded to Abba and Preach. So a lot of things that people got to witness around August, summertime with Abba and Preach, they had did that to us back in February.
Shout out to Anthony Brian Logan, over 1 million subscribers.
So now he's shouting out people because they got 1 million subscribers. Okay. So as you can see from that particular clip right there, all of the guys are all talking about the situation about Fresh and Fit, false flagging content creators that did reaction videos or tried to prove that they're wrong. Those guys that was just previously talking, I guess they did a video where they tried to prove that I guess Myron was lying about something or something along those lines. And they're all in agreement that Fresh and Fit is doing content creators dirty by flagging them, and it's just not right. So they're all talking about this. All of this controversy, all this madness was going on a while back. Let's go.
He showed up and gave his opinion on the matter.
Take the good and the bad with it. And as a matter of fact, if you really are that upset, then debunk them, disprove them, you know, react to their reaction and do it that way. Shout out to my man Abba. He did a video about me. I did a video about the video y'all did, and it was all good. I ain't gonna strike you for what? Why would I do that? Like, it's criticism and it's fair and it's fine. Y'all do that. We do that with each other in the regular life.
Notice how they're talking about, you know, if you got a problem with somebody, hey, make a reaction about their video. In other words, respond back, but don't resort to attacking their channel. Let's go.
I think they're trying to control the narrative, and they're not able to do that in a broad sense. So it was like, all right, let's get a lawyer, take all the videos down and do it that way. That's so soft to me. And they're going to realize they can't do that. They can't abuse that system. And if they don't fix it, hey man, bye-bye channel.
The Young G Poor Man's podcast showed up and he gave his perspective.
If you build your brand and your marketing scheme is on controversy, how can you get mad when people react to the controversy? If you're marketing towards controversy, then we're giving you what you want when we react to it. Like, look at Lil Nas X, you know, he marketed using controversy. Cool. But he's okay with the kickback. He's built a strong enough audience so that when the kickback comes, he thrives from the controversy. But if you're going to build off controversy, then don't be upset when people respond to it via reaction videos. And it's just kind of upsetting because we're already in a spot where censorship is already bad. And they even talk about censorship on their show because they understand how bad it is. So then why would you then go and censor other people that are calling you out on obvious BS? If this was set up according to your marketing scheme, then you knew what was going to come with it. So why would you get upset? I just don't understand that.
Spencer.
Now you notice what just happened there. He brought in the Poor Man's podcast, who basically said that, look, if you build your platform off of controversy, shock value, entertainment, and people begin to do reaction videos about what you're doing, you can't get mad. But Kevin Samuels got mad at Poor Man's podcast. Yeah, that's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's deal with that situation. Let's deal with that situation, right? And we're going to listen to what... Hold on a second. Let me get right to the point of where he was talking so we can kind of play the tape to hear what happened. So to the Poor Man's podcast, after today, you can pretty much use anything from Kevin Samuels and you don't need his permission. You don't. And if he come at you with any sort of intimidation, right, I can personally show you how to respond via to YouTube, and it can possibly get his channel terminated. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. Now, the goal is not really to get someone's channel terminated, but if someone is going to violate you in terms of trying to prevent you from doing your work, in terms of reaction videos and commentary and criticism, and they make you feel like you got to beg them for permission to use their videos, that's off. You don't need to do that, right? So I'm going to take a look at, let's take a look at this clip, and we're going to pretty much share our commentary and criticism regarding it. Let's go.
Also, Kevin Samuels, he does a lot behind the scenes, I guess. I haven't really been in communication with him, but I heard that he's very, very supportive of everybody in the Red Pill community in terms of if he believes in you. Obviously, he put on shows like Fresh and Fit. He was one of the original people that got on there that gave them part of their following. He came over here when I first started. Unfortunately, there was a little thing, not even really a back and forth. I don't really do that. So, he doesn't do that either. So, and that's why I like the impression that I got from him. But unfortunately, I did, and that was my fault. I'm not gonna get into details with it, but it was something at the beginning of my content creation. I was new to the game.
Notice he said, and he was new to the game. And for whatever reason, there was a situation where I guess Kevin Samuels came around and he said it wasn't a back and forth or anything like that. But now he's about to go and explain exactly what went down. And I can recall when this happened because I believe I saw when this brother was using some of Kevin Samuels' clips. And then I noticed that he just stopped using Kevin Samuels' clips. But anyway, let's continue.
And I didn't know much. With my ignorance, I offended him.
Actually, when you use someone's clips, they could be offended all they want, right? The point is, Kevin Samuels is selfish, and he didn't like the fact that you were using his content because it's helping your channel to grow. You see, I don't have no respect for Kevin Samuels because Kevin Samuels is a fraud. At the same time, a lot of people, they believe in him when I've been exposing Kevin Samuels for a long time. Just as Fresh and Fit is being exposed by everybody, I exposed Fresh and Fit before everybody, right? And now everybody's talking about Fresh and Fit and all the things that he's doing. But I've been called him out for scamming people and exploiting women for sex and so forth. But in this regard, Kevin Samuels was coming to this brother's channel, or probably hitting him up via DM, allegedly, and somehow pressing him on why he's using his content, which is harassment, because you're not supposed to harass somebody because they're using content. And being that the brother probably didn't know his rights, he probably felt some type of way like he's doing something wrong when really he was doing nothing wrong. Let's continue.
And he was rightfully so offended. I was using this. Okay, I'll get into it. I was using this content without permission.
See, right there, we need to cut to the chase and get right down to the real deal here. You don't need permission to use anybody's clips.
That's a
you
fact.
Don't. Now, the person may want you to come in and ask them for permission. That's not in the law. According to the law, you don't need to go to someone and ask them, could I please use your clip in my video to share my thoughts? You don't need to do that.
You don't need that.
No. If you understand fair use, you do not need to do that. Kevin Samuels know that.
He did know
Trust
that.
and believe. Kevin Samuels know that you don't need permission. Now, he posts that all over his videos. Do not use my videos without permission, written this and that and all that. All of that stuff is garbage. None of that stuff holds up in court. It's actually deceptive practices, because according to fair use, you don't need no one's permission. Do you understand? Let's move on.
I assumed he had 500,000 subscribers. What's, other people are using the content. What's little old me? I didn't know that everybody was asking for permission. I ain't even have 1,000 subscribers yet.
Now,
notice how he said that Kevin had 500,000 subscribers at that time. You see how that was? Kevin had 500,000 subscribers at that time. He said he didn't even have 1,000 subscribers. Kevin was coming at him with copyrights. Kevin was coming at him, bullying, pressing him. Why you using my content? Why you messing with my videos for? Why you clout chasing off me? Why you doing reaction videos? It's not like he stole Kevin Samuels' videos and mirrored them. No, he did a reaction video. But yet the lead attorney is not talking about Kevin Samuels, offenses towards the YouTube community. Kevin Samuels false flagged many people, way more than what Fresh and Fit podcast has done. But he's not talking about that. That's what I'm trying to establish right here, to give you a timeline of events that Kevin Samuels is guilty of the same thing. Worse than Fresh and Fit podcast.
Everyone was not asking Kevin Samuels for permission.
I never asked Kevin Samuels for permission to do reaction videos. And I made it very clear in my videos. I told Kevin Samuels, come with your copyright claims. We're going to take down your channel. Because I know the rules and I know how to communicate with YouTube. And they're going to take down your channel. And I made that very clear on several posts. Every time I would expose Kevin, I didn't ask him for permission to do reaction videos. I just did them because I understand my rights as a content creator. And I always was sitting back waiting for him. He never made that move because he knows the game. He knew that if he did that, he would be crossing the line, and YouTube will definitely terminate his account. But poor man's podcast, he didn't know his rights. So Kevin basically bullied him into not using his clips, made him feel intimidated, scared, sad.
So when you see other people possibly using his clips, they were not asking him for permission. Kevin Samuels don't have time to answer all these different messages of people coming to him asking. Kevin Samuels is just selfish. Do you understand? He don't want nobody using his clips, and he depend on your ignorance. He didn't want nobody to eat. He didn't want nobody to gain no followers. This is typical of what happens in the black community. Anytime black people are rising, doing anything productive to earn a dollar, other black folk try to keep them down because they want to make all the money for themselves. That's how Kevin Samuels was. Not knowing your rights. You understand? You don't need to go to Kevin and say, could I use your clip? No, you don't need that. Now, I'm going to get into different details on what you can and can't do. And being that you're in a position now where you've been on YouTube for a minute, you should understand fair use doctrine. But based on the video clip that I'm using here, you, in most cases, don't. Because if you did, you would recognize that Kevin was wrong. He was. You had no fault in this issue. You did what you had to do, and you didn't break or violate any laws. So if he was offended that you use his clips, that's his problem. You understand me? He's just offended because you had the audacity to just use his clip, and he feel he's so on top of his high horse that you're not anyone to use his clip. Yep. But now think about this, fam. Now the Poor Man Podcast is at 700,000 subs when he was just at 1,000. You see how the tables turn? You see how that worked? When that situation happened, he's at 1,000 subs. Now he's at 700,000. It's crazy how life is, man. Pretty sure now that your channel has grown, right? You're going to get certain respect from certain content creators because that's how it is on YouTube. Why do you think the lead attorney even mentioned Poor Man's Podcast? Because the lead attorney looked at his subscriber count. He realized, man, he got 700,000 subscribers. Now they trying to show the brother respect, but they weren't giving him that respect before. They weren't giving him that kind of respect. Nobody cared. This is how it is in these YouTube streets. If you're a content creator and you don't got a bunch of subscribers, people look at you as a nobody. Like your voice don't matter. But now they're giving him respect because they're like, whoa, he got way more subscribers than me. Soon he's going to be at 1 million subscribers. Let me be nice to him. They tend to look at people based on subscriber count and start thinking, okay, this guy got such and such subscribers. He's getting a lot of views. His live shows have a lot of viewers. Okay, I really can't stay quiet. Kevin was coming at you because he knew that your channel was going to grow. That's right. You understand? Your subscriber count was going up every week fast. That's true. Poor Man's Podcast platform was blowing up. He was getting a lot of views. He was getting a lot of numbers. Subscribers was going through the roof. He was getting his just due. Very fast. You know what I mean? And it's going to eventually happen with all of you content creators. A lot of times y'all worrying about why your channel don't grow, why this don't happen, why that don't happen. Everybody's going to have their season in due time. The algorithm picks and chooses at certain times when it's going to allow you to grow. You can put in the best work, the best video content, and you wondering, damn, I'm not getting no views, nothing's happening. You got to just keep at it. Eventually, you're going to have your breakthrough where the algorithm is going to favor you, and you're going to have this 1 or 3 month period where it's like your channel just going to take off. Like in 1 to 3 months, you're going to go from 20,000 subscribers to 200,000 subscribers. You're going to be like, how did that happen? It happens to everybody. It's eventually going to happen to different creators. It happened to Poor Man's Podcast. It happened to this one, that one. Everybody's going to have their day eventually. You just got to stay consistent uploading content. So this is an indicator that Kevin was actually hating on you. He didn't want to see your progress. So that's why he was coming at you. Yep. But I want you to understand that you didn't do anything wrong. And if you're a listener, you must understand your rights when it comes to fair use, right? Let's move on.
Came on the video, said you're using my content without permission. This is the 3rd video you did this week.
Wow. Wow. He said this is the 3rd video you done this week. Kevin Samuels came to this brother. Bro, you still using my videos? You still make this the 3rd video you made about me this week. But yet the lead attorney is not talking about Kevin Samuels' abuse of false flagging everybody. and bullying content creators. Isn't that something?
I get it. He's right.
No.
I mean, he's right.
He wasn't right.
He's not right. He's not right. Him coming to you telling you that you used, this is the third video you did this week. That's Kevin's arrogance at this point.
Yep.
Because it goes to show that he's monitoring you.
Yep.
He should be focused on his content. He was too busy looking at your growth. And he saw that when you would make videos reacting to his content, that it was helping your channel to grow. He don't want that.
That's a fact, fam. Kevin didn't want to see Poor Man's podcast grow. Just like Kendra G got upset with Blacklight Podcast, Don Lexi, I believe his name is. She false flagged him with multiple copyrights because he would always do reaction videos showing you the modern woman. That's pretty much his formula. He'd do those videos with Kendra G videos, and she got upset. Oh, you making money off my name. You're doing this. She's selfish, fam. This is how a lot of these creators get. They don't realize that they're putting things on YouTube, which is good for content. So people are going to do reaction videos. That's a niche on YouTube, you know? And it failed. She failed at that attempt. And if she tried to file another complaint against Don Lexi, Kendra G is going to lose her platform. I'm sure YouTube put her on notice that if you file another complaint against that brother or anybody, you're going to lose your platform.
And it's like that with all of these content creators. They don't want to see the next man grow. They don't like your growth.
That's it.
They don't like to see you move up in the YouTube's sphere. You understand? The sphere. They don't want to see you rise to the top.
They don't.
They want to be the top dog. And this is why Kevin, as of late, has been putting all of this nonsense in his videos of do not use this and do not use that and all of this nonsense. You know what I mean? And he's hoping that you're ignorant to follow whatever he say.
That's what he's banking on. He's hoping that you just don't use his content, because that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to control the YouTube streets so that he makes all the money and you don't make anything. That's pretty much what this is all about. It's all competitive jealousy.
You cannot stop millions upon millions of people from using your clips. It's just too many people on YouTube using Kevin Samuels clips. And the thing is, Kevin Samuels, based on what I've witnessed over the past few months, he's been threatening people with different posts. He's been telling his viewers to false flag people's accounts.
He's done
if
that.
they see videos, or to contact him so that he can flag people's channels and all sorts of stuff. And you would think that someone who have such a large following would be focused on their own personal business rather than worrying about who took a clip. It just goes to show that Kevin Samuels is selfish, and he decides to abuse smaller channels because he don't want you to grow. Through this video here, you're going to learn the truth. Let's go.
I'm using his content. I either need to chip him. I need to, like, if I'm consistently using his content, he's right. So
nah, he's not right, bro. You could use Kevin Samuels clips every single day, as long as you're following the fair use doctrine to the T. There is nothing Kevin Samuels can do. And if he violate your rights, he will lose his channel. Trust and believe I've seen this done. Actually, I sit back and wait just to make that happen. Because once he do that and he violate, he's gonna lose his channel and he's never getting it back.
Never getting it back.
Because YouTube don't like when people do this.
The same letter that you seen the lead attorney showed y'all where YouTube said, hey, they got 7 days to retract the statement, so we're going to terminate the channel. That is what I was trying to pretty much hope that Kevin Samuels would have done, because I wanted him to see that. I wanted him to see that particular note that YouTube sent so I can make my video about it. You understand? The same way you saw the lead attorney made that video and he said, oh, they got 7 days to retract that statement. Oh, I was hoping that Kevin Samuels would fall down that same path. You know what I mean? Because sometimes YouTube don't send you that. They gave FreshandFit courtesy. They could have just deleted their channel, because that's normally what they're supposed to do per their policy. It says clearly in writing that if you violate the DMCA takedown notice, that YouTube is going to terminate your account. I've talked with the YouTube team. I talked with YouTube staff via chat, and they said, this is what they do. If you violate, they're going to take your channel down, and they'll do it without notice. So in that situation with the lead attorney and Fresh and Fit, they gave Fresh and Fit a pass on that one. They could have just took their channel down.
Now, I'm going to continue with the clip, and then I'm going to share all the information needed.
I completely respect that, but that is what it is. And it's just, shout out, man. Shout out to
I'm not going to waste time hearing him shout out Kevin Samuels because I don't agree with Kevin Samuels. And he don't deserve any shout outs because he's a scammer and he's a fraud. And I've already exposed him multiple times, and people are acting like they don't see it.
Yeah, a lot of these content creators, they act like they never seen none of my videos regarding me exposing Kevin Samuels. And it's so funny when I make my content, people always comparing me, talking about, oh, I'm copying Kevin Samuels. Fam, I've been here since 2006. I've been here before all of these content creators you see on YouTube. I've been here before all of them. You understand? I'm literally the OG in this space. Not like these fake people that say they're OGs and they really haven't been here the amount of years I've been here. I've been here since day one, fam. Putting in work. A lot of these guys learn from me. You understand? They get motivated by my content. They get inspiration. But again, we live in a time where people don't acknowledge you. They don't like to acknowledge other people. You know what I mean? And it's sad that they never do that. They don't ever say, hey, salute to this person, salute to that, appreciate your work. They never do that, fam. So let's get back to the tapes.
Just like I exposed Fresh and Fit and nobody didn't care. But now all of a sudden,
I've been exposing Fresh and Fit before all of these guys been talking about him. There was a time when all of these guys were in support of Fresh and Fit. Believe it or not, all of these guys that you see talking about Fresh and Fit, there was a time when they all supported Fresh and Fit. I exposed Fresh and Fit before anybody was talking about Fresh and Fit. I've been exposed them. Now all of a sudden, everybody trying to talk about them now.
Everybody want to make videos about him in live shows, but I've been exposed these guys. Just like I've been exposed Kevin Samuels. And then when all of the, controversy start with Kevin Samuels, you're going to have people starting to...
New Breed is in the truth. Don't bring up his name as if though me and him got some sort of issue. New Breed is a brother in the truth. So stop trying to be a talebearer, trying to start some sort of drama. Brothers that are in the truth, I always salute them through my videos. This is not about New Breed. This is not about any of the brothers that are in the truth. It's about these other brothers in the space that don't show no love.
Expose Kevin Samuels, and I'm gonna be like, look at all you hypocrites. Now y'all want to talk about Kevin Samuels? Y'all wasn't talking when I was exposing him, right? Y'all wasn't doing that. Kevin Samuels teach men to go out there and pay for sex.
That's
right?
true.
That's not honorable, but yet people flock to this guy and show him respect like he's some sort of...
Kevin Samuels literally destroyed the dating game by teaching women, do you want a high-value man? Because of that rhetoric and madness, now all of these women want a man making six figures, which is crazy because only a certain percentage of men make six figures. But yet in today's day, all women want is a man that makes six figures, which mean you brothers that work at Lowe's, you brothers that work at Home Depot, all you brothers that work in the department stores, the mechanic stores, the carpenter guy, the guy that does this and that, you're off limits. So they're gonna literally overlook you in exchange for a guy that's making six figures. That's sad because in today's day, women no longer look at brothers to build families. They no longer look to get to know a brother. Now it's all about how much money you make. You make six figures? Okay, yeah, you're the guy I want to talk to because you make six figures. Not that you're a good guy, not that you're father material, not that you're husband material, not that you'll take care of her. As long as you make six figures, she's willing to deal with you. That's sad. That's sad, fam. And this is why the dating game is rigged right now because Kevin Samuels destroyed it through the menstrual show that he had on YouTube.
Guru out here? No. I've been on YouTube since 2006. I'm an OG on YouTube. Not like all these other guys who people call in OGs. None of these guys are OGs. How you an OG and you weren't around from 2006? If you weren't on YouTube from 2005, 2006, 2007, don't talk to me about being an OG. Because you're not. You're just a content creator who got some success on YouTube. You know what I mean? The pioneers who really started the black sector of YouTube is people like me and other brothers who've been here since YouTube's inception, since the beginning of YouTube. Brothers like me and others We laid the foundation that other black men are able to even speak. But a lot of these content creators, they forget the history. That's why in my videos, I always put it out there. I always put the truth out there. Even when I use the clip from Black Ram 313, even though I don't agree with that brother and I don't support that brother because he believes in being a guy who pump and dump women.
And let me also add this to the record. I don't got no beef with Black Ram 313. Again, this particular clip right here was made in August 23rd, 2021. All my videos with Black Ram 313, I took down from YouTube because I don't got no beef with that brother no more. You know what I'm saying? I clear in the air. So when you hear me talking right here, I don't want you to hear what I have to say here and then you go judge that brother based off the things that I'm saying here in an older video. What I'm establishing is the fact that in his particular video, there was a time when Black Ram 313, he made a video and he was talking about, I guess, the pioneers or the people that been on YouTube for ages. And he was pretty much giving me, I guess, a shout, me and a couple of other guys and so on and so forth. That's what I'm talking about here. Let's go.
And smash and dash.
And think about this. In the videos that he was making regarding, what's that thing he used? Catch and release. I had an issue with that. At the same time, as men, we start to mature. And I'm not saying that he was right. And I'm not saying that I'm wrong. What I'm saying that in this time, when you look at what he said in that time, in those videos that I disagreed with, in today's day, is it really safe for a man to make a woman a wife? Are women really trying and striving to be a wife? Or are they only looking to be recreational use? So if you really think about it, that's what's going on in today's day. As much as you try to save these women and teach them to do this and teach them to be chaste and teach them to obey and follow a man and do this and do that, they don't want to do it. And this is why the guys catch and release. This is why the guys pump and dump. This is why the guys smash and dash. And this is why most women in today's day is recreational use. And I don't even teach guys to marry women no more. I don't even teach that no more because it's a waste of time. Not that I'm against a brother wifing up a sister. I mean, if you find a woman and she's cool, then hey, do what you got to do. But I cannot lead men into a burning house by telling them, hey guys, just treat the woman right. You can't even treat them right anymore. If you try to treat them right, they still do wrong. This is why you just got to do your own thing. And if you get with a sister and you deal with her accordingly, and she just want to be recreational use, that's her problem. Because as men, you're not really forcing yourself on any of these women. They're the ones allowing you to do whatever they do to them because they don't even respect themselves. But if you find a woman that respects her body, respects herself, and she's not taking off her clothes the next hour after you just met her, then of course you do the right thing, you treat her right. But if a woman is literally loose and she's just pretty much out there doing whatever, fam, I don't got no control over that. She's gonna do whatever she wanna do.
I don't support that. I support family. I support being a husband and having wives. You know what I mean? But even Black Ram 313 confessed in an audio clip on who are the pioneers on YouTube. And he lists me in that list because he know the history. Sadly, a lot of these content creators forgot the history because success got to their head. Just like FreshandFit, their success got to their head. They decide to exploit women, abuse women, and we're going to have other videos where I'm going to talk about those things.
Now, notice what I said. I brought up FreshandFit, which is kind of crazy because I didn't even think I had FreshandFit's name in this particular video. Think about that. We're talking about FreshandFit, and now they're brought up in this video where there was some controversy about some woman being abused or something along those lines, right? And I think I made a video about that situation. But their success started going up, and they forgot about where they came from. Because when they were smaller, when their channel was smaller, they weren't as arrogant as they became. And again, men have a certain, I guess, cockiness about themselves in terms of ego when they're successful. That comes with the territory. But they got to a point where it's like, F everybody else. This is why a lot of these content creators got into beefs with FreshandFit. You know what I mean? And I don't know what went on behind the scenes, but when you see videos being made by Lead Attorney, this one, Abba and Preach, all these different guys, there's personal issues here. You know what I mean? There's a lot of personal beefs. That's why I'm not involved in none of this drama. You know what I mean? That's why I take down videos now. And I'm just not making videos about certain people anymore because it's counterproductive. It's a waste of time. It's us versus them, meaning us as content creators versus the machine. And the way they do it is they turn us against one another. And while we're destroying one another, we're not really building anything because we actually need one another. So what I'm trying to do is show that the lead attorneys still have ill will in his heart towards FreshandFit, and he's taking a shot at them because they're down due to being demonetized. He didn't have to make that video. He could have just said, hey guys, word on the street is FreshandFit got demonetized. You know, they did dirt in the past towards me. It is what it is. That's the past. I'm not gonna use this as an opportunity to really take shots. It's unfortunate they got demonetized. I know how that is. At the end of the day, what we can learn from this is how to be better creators. You know, cut out the nonsense and improve what we do so that we don't go down that path. YouTube not playing games, man. YouTube is not playing, fam. So we got to get it together as men, you know? And this goes for the brothers in the space. It's like, look, we disagree. Okay, we disagree. We have heated discussions. We roast each other. We make flame videos. I get it. We're in 2023. We're moving into 2024. It's time to grow up now. It's time to think about business. It's really time to grow and expand. We just can't keep doing the same thing all day where we're just holding on issues. We got to focus on the business side. And that's something that a lot of people are not really focusing on. They think that this YouTube thing is about going at each other. It's like when I made videos in the past about Danica or Six the Goddess, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not doing that mess no more. It's a waste of time because we're trying to do content. We're trying to do what we got to do to give our audience messages. If anything, keep it business, fam. Don't get to the point where it's like your content is like just targeting this one person and that's all you doing all day. It comes to a point where it's like, look, where's this going? It's getting crazy now. And beef never sells. If you arguing with content creators all day, it's going to destroy your channel. I've seen this happen throughout the years. Anytime content creators are beefing, it's ugly. It looks bad. It looks real bad. We cursing each other out, flaming each other. It's not cool. You know? If you notice, look at my other channel that I had, YouTube Streets TV, where I was roasting Danica and Six the Goddess. What did I do? Took down all the videos. I shut it down. I did that. I took everything down. Like, I got tired of it. I said, you know what, it's counterproductive. Yeah, I might have some points, but at the end of the day, let me leave these women alone. Let me leave these women alone. Why? Because it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Did they roast me in the past? Yeah, they roast me. We had our exchange, but it is what it is. That's the past. Let's move on to the future. So I washed my hands. You know what I'm saying? My hands is clean. So if we can stop the beef, if we can stop the BSing and kind of mature, if we have a disagreement, okay, let's make a video and let's talk about the disagreement in a respectful way without trying to destroy the person. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to improve on that. So that being said, let's get back to these tapes.
Right now, I want to focus on these copyright issues. So I don't really need to show the video anymore.
Okay, so I'm done with pretty much the video here. So what I'm trying to establish here, ladies and gentlemen, with this particular clip is that Kevin Samuels also came at the Poor Man podcast, pressing him, bullying him in hopes that he would stop using his videos. So I'm trying to figure out why the lead attorney didn't talk about those things. And I got many more receipts on these issues of people that got copyright claims against them from Kevin Samuels. And they were following guidelines. But nobody's talking about that because, again, they're all buddies with Kevin Samuels. You know what I mean? And again, I didn't hate Kevin Samuels. I was just doing reaction videos to call out the issues, the hypocrisy, teaching women, do they want a high value man? And then at the same time, you're teaching brothers to go find an escort. But you're talking about you trying to help people to get wives and get married, but you want to have women under contract for the weekend. All of these things I tried to call out to show the women that this guy is not really serious about what he's saying. And because of that, a lot of the other brothers in the space, they got upset with me because they looking at it as, oh, I'm talking about their godfather. When all I was doing was making points to make sense of what we see happening here. Are we really trying to reach the people with a message to help people? Or are we just going to continue to attack one another to build up ourselves? Which one is it going to be? I just don't like hypocrisy. And that's all I was calling out regarding Kevin Samuels. You see? So when women saw that Kevin Samuels passed away, they were celebrating his death. And the guys got upset about that. Okay, why are y'all celebrating that Fresh and Fit got demonetized? When I got demonetized, it wasn't a fun game, fam. It wasn't fun. Y'all know what happened. You see what I'm saying? It's not nothing to laugh at. And I kind of was just kind of sitting around seeing if there was going to be any YouTuber that's going to come out and say, yeah, ha, 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 Ringo got demonetized. I was kind of sitting around waiting to see who's going to do that nonsense. Because people do that type of stuff. When you're down, they come at you to piss you off even more. Like they get excited. They get an orgasm off of that type of stuff. It's sick. You know? We just got to do better, fam. So let me continue back with the tape with what he got to say.
Cornelia got on camera and talked about how his channel had got hit by Fresh and Fit.
Yo, I got a contact app. Actually, let me take it back. Jamari reached out to me about 2 weeks ago. They hit him with a copyright claim. And he said, hey, just look out. You know, I'm not sure if they're doing it site-wide. I said, oh, man, I haven't been hit yet. Well, once I got hit, I hit him up. And then I sent a message to Abba. I was like, yo, FYI, this is happening. Like, has it happened to you guys? And then I guess you noticed Playback got it. And so that triggered you to make the video.
Even the late, great Kevin Samuels came up and talked about his views on people abusing the copyright system.
This isn't coming in as fair use. This is coming in as we don't like what people are saying, and this is that, and that's a dangerous game because even if you're right on the particular element of one or two videos, when it's done like this, you can tend to be wrong on the bigger parts. Like from what I understand, lots of creators woke up with several different strikes.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's just a better way of approaching it.
You see, he said it's a better way of approaching it, but he's guilty of doing the same thing, y'all. And that's the problem that I always had. You see, when I originally seen this particular show here with Lead and Kevin Samuels, I made a video response talking about the hypocrisy of Kevin Samuels even talking on that broadcast, because he's guilty of the same thing. And these guys ignored my messages. They ignored it because they didn't want the public to see that Kevin Samuels was guilty of doing the same thing. He did the same thing that Fresh and Fit done to various YouTubers. Kevin Samuel did it to smaller YouTubers. It's just that with Fresh and Fit, he went at YouTubers that was already there doing their thing, which is kind of crazy. But he was trying to take out all of these guys out of jealousy. But my thing is this: let's hold Kevin Samuels accountable too. Let's be fair and balanced. Let's not just have favoritism and be partial in judgment where you're just focusing on Fresh and Fit podcast as if though they're the only ones that ever abused the copyright system. You know? Kevin Samuels did a number with that system. And then he stopped. He stopped when I started doing my videos. If you notice, when I started doing my videos, Kevin Samuels changed his tune. Then he started to say, well, if you use my videos under fair use, you're good to go. Just don't mirror my videos. Why? Because he was watching my videos. I was telling him what's going on, but he would never acknowledge me. Just like a lot of guys in the space, they never do.
But I think it's going to be interesting because even though I have my personal opinions on it, I think there will be a discussion about this greater in YouTube. But at the end of the day, trying to get anybody's channel taken down simply because you don't like what they're saying, in my opinion, is counterproductive.
He says it's counterproductive, and that's what he did, y'all. That's what's crazy about this thing. He's telling you what he said there. But he was doing the same thing. That's why I was always making these videos about Kevin Samuels, man, because I saw the hypocrisy. I'm like, yo, this guy is literally telling y'all one thing, but he's doing the same thing behind the scenes. It's crazy stuff. Shout out to Floridine Rollo, regular talk, for the super chat, $5. Says, you always been fair and balanced. And you open up many doors and grew so big and always come and came on my platform. You a real one, 100. Big up on Edify. Appreciate it. And that's right. I was the first to go on Rollo's platform, because normally I never go on anybody's platform. You know what I'm saying? But Rollo was live one day and I said, hey, let me just pull up. And I just went over there and just, you know, got on. He thought it was a troll at first. He was like, who's this person, man? This not Ringo, man. I was like, yo, it's Ringo TV, man. It's me. It's definitely me, fam.
So many content creators came up in that meeting to talk about what Fresh and Fit was doing. And then there were even other content creators that were in the chat. The OG, O'Shea Duke Jackson was in the chat commenting. Shout out to Sinful the P, rest in peace. He was giving his perspective in the chat. My brother Pocket Watching with JT.
Now think about what he's doing here. He's bringing up all of these witnesses that is similar to solving a case in a courtroom to make the jury look at Fresh and Fit as criminals. He's calling out all these people's names, even people that have passed away. To do what? To say, hey, you see, based on the proof, Fresh and Fit deserved what happened to them. That's what he's basically doing here. He's celebrating that they got demonetized.
Was there. Anton Daniels was in the chat. So many other YouTubers were in the chat as well, opining on this situation. Now that was an emergency meeting. It was an emergency meeting about two young men who were attacking content creators across the platform. The upshot is that Fresh and Fit was trying to make content creators go through the same trauma last year that Fresh and Fit is going through today. Again, this is not good. We content creators are a particular group, and we can all be victims of demonetization.
Yeah, we can all be victims of that. At the same time, taking a victory lap and making the public know about all of the transgressions of Fresh and Fit, and you didn't really offer any solutions in terms of what we need to do moving forward to avoid demonetization, it's counterproductive. It doesn't even make any sense. It's like you wasted your time. Now, if you would have made a video and you talked about Fresh and Fit, you know, getting demonetized, and you shared your insight on how to protect your channel, then that would have been a little more fruitful. But what you've done is you showed the public that there's still some ill will towards them, and you've gotten a little bit of pleasure out of them being demonetized. You can't hide that with me. I can see it right through you.
It's not a celebratory time. Now, is it fair? Is it karma? Put down in the comments section what you think.
You see that? He said, is it fair? Is it karma? You put it down in the comments. He's making you do what they tell the jury to do. Just like when you go to jury duty and you're the one judging the person. This is why they make you do jury duty, so that you can pass judgment. Is this fair? What happened to Fresh and Fit? Is this karma? Put it down in the comments. Let me know what you think.
Let me know if you believe that the YouTube team made the correct call in demonetizing the Fresh and Fit channel.
Sad. Absolutely sad. But this is what goes down, ladies and gentlemen. This is what goes down in these YouTube streets, you know? So it's very evident and clear that the lead attorney is, in fact, having a sense of pleasure that Fresh and Fit podcast has been demonetized. Like I said, I do not agree with Fresh and Fit podcast. I don't follow them. I don't subscribe to them. Their show, in my opinion, is toxic in many different ways. It promotes a message that I am totally against. At the same time, I do not celebrate them being demonetized. If anything, what they can learn from this situation is how to improve their product and service for the community to make themselves, I guess, more user-friendly for the community. That way they can be within community guidelines and perhaps reach an audience with a message that is a little more pure, a little more, good for men and women as well, because it's like on their show, they bring on women from OF, they bring on women from Instagram, and these women are not decent. And they promote these women in a way where it's just not good, while at the same time claiming that they're helping men. They're not helping men, they're helping their pocket. So once you understand that, this situation should humble them enough to say, okay, guys, we got to tone it down a little bit, restructure the business, make sure that we follow in the guidelines. They're supposed to hire somebody to be a part of their team. Their job is to look at YouTube's community guidelines, look at the partnership program guidelines, and they're supposed to pay that person to educate the team on exactly what they can and can't do. Once you understand YouTube's Bible of all their rules, you'll be able to tread lightly in these YouTube streets and avoid demonetization. Like I said, there are several different ways you can get demonetized. I've talked about that in countless videos. I might do extra video shorts regarding demonetization to further educate the community on the awareness of what can possibly happen, because it can happen to anybody. Like I said, I've already experienced being demonetized. It is not fun. It ruins your channel. Your earning potential goes away. It makes you're not motivated to produce content, because it's like you're producing content for free and you're not earning nothing. The last thing you want to do is go live and talk and you're not even earning nothing. It's like, that's just not good. It's not good, especially if you got a livelihood. That's your livelihood. You got a family to take care of. You got a mortgage to pay. You know what I'm saying? It's just not good. So when you look at these guys and you see that they're going through this situation, it's not a time to laugh. If you disagree with them, then that's cool. You could disagree with FreshandFit. You may not like those guys. I get it. You don't have to watch them. But let's not resort to ha ha ha, y'all got demonetized, ha ha ha. We got to be a little more respectful. If anything, in a situation like this, it should bring the community together, not necessarily to offer them a bunch of support, but it should bring us together as content creators to say, look, we really need to squash all this beef, all this back and forth, all of this fighting, all this war, because it just brings us down. It's not helping us as a community. Think about the earning potential in business that can happen if all of us as content creators actually got our minds together. Imagine what can happen if all of these content creators that are millionaires, content creators that have grown major platforms, actually come together and say, hey, you know, we can do something bigger than what we're doing right now if we join forces. Think about what can happen. We got to begin to think like that. Just like the situation that happened out in Alabama, when them brothers got together with the sisters and they executed judgment on them people that was jumping the guy. That was a beautiful moment. So when we look at situations like that, we have to be like, look, man, let's cut it out. Let's cut out the nonsense. Let's do what we need to do. Let's not look at this as, oh, it's entertaining. Ooh, they got demonetized. Yes, let's make 1,000 videos. Hey, FreshandFit got demonetized. Ha, ha, ha. Hey, guys, I know why they got demonetized, because they made a video about this. Hey, guys, here's a new video on why FreshandFit got demonetized. Come on, fam. That's not helping nobody. You're just capitalizing off the situation. You're not helping nobody with nothing. You're making fun of them. You're mocking them. But now when you get demonetized, that's going to be an interesting thing. It's not going to be fun. And guess what? Whatever you put out there, people are going to do the same to you. So if you were laughing, if you were mocking, be prepared for that, fam. So again, hopefully they'll get themselves together, because I'm sure they know why they got demonetized. YouTube tells you why. You will know why. You know, they tell you in the YouTube studio, you'll get that notice why you got demonetized. You'll get an email. So they got to talk about that and they got to improve. Like I said, they had to have broken a rule. I don't know exactly what rule. There's several different rules within the guidelines that they may have broken. Sometimes you got to look at what was the last video they post. It could have been a last video that they post. They could have done something in that video that really send it over the edge. Maybe they post a YouTube short that went over the edge and the YouTube team reviewed it and demonetized the entire platform. Because remember, their platform is still up. So it's not like they got a community strike. So we can't say that they were violating the terms of service, because if they were, they would have got a community strike. You get what I'm saying? So now what we're doing is we're thinking logically. If they got demonetized because of a video that they made, they would have got a community strike for breaking the guidelines. So obviously that didn't happen. So it had to be something that they were doing that violated monetization guidelines. There's two different types. The community guidelines is totally different from the monetization guidelines. You got to look at it. You got to read the fine print. They tell you what you can and can't do. This is why I told you guys, listen to me. All of you content creators out there, listen to me very carefully. Whether you're approaching 100K subs or not, even if you got 2,000 subs, listen to me, because what I'm telling you is the truth. If you do YouTube shorts and you upload clips of other people material and you are not in the video, add an educational value, comedy, humor. If you're not in the video and YouTube review your channel, you will be demonetized. So before that happen to you, go to all those videos that you got. I don't care if you're getting 1,000 views. I don't care if you're getting 50,000 views on those YouTube shorts. Delete them today. Delete them. I'm telling you inside information, because when I got demonetized, it was because of my YouTube shorts. It was because of my YouTube shorts. I did not know that I was breaking a rule. I didn't do nothing bad, but I did something that violated terms, and YouTube disciplined me based on what I'd done wrong. And I held myself accountable, took my L, knew what exactly it was, told my audience, hey, we got demonetized. It's because of something that I must have done. I figured it out. I had time to just figure it out. All you got is time. It's like YouTube put you in a prison. You're not earning no money. You're discouraged. You're feeling bad. I put 2 and 2 together. I said, you know what it is? It's the YouTube shorts. Because when you upload a YouTube short, it automatically get monetized. I totally forgot about that. I thought that you could turn monetization off. So certain YouTube shorts that I had uploaded, I didn't want to earn ad revenue on it, because to tell you the truth, earning ad revenue on YouTube shorts is not really nothing, to be honest with you, unless you're getting like hundreds of thousands of views on it. But if you're just getting like 1,000 views, 50,000 views, you ain't really earning anything on it. You got to get like million views. Oh yeah, you're going to earn some money on it. But now let me give you the game. When YouTube introduced monetization to YouTube Shorts, I already had YouTube Shorts on my platform, but I had it where it wasn't receiving monetization. These are just regular clips that I thought was interesting, educational, and I didn't think nothing of it. So when YouTube pushed monetization and it went live, all of those YouTube Shorts that I uploaded, it was set to monetization, but I wasn't following the guidelines for monetization. I didn't know. You understand? So when YouTube reviewed my channel after I hit 100K, they review your channel to give you a check mark and all that other stuff. They reviewed it, and the YouTube team noticed, wait a minute, he's in violation. He got a whole bunch of YouTube shorts, all in violation. So they pulled the plug on me. They pulled the plug, and rightfully so. I was breaking the rules. I didn't know. That's why I'm telling you, so that you can avoid getting demonetized. You can get demonetized at 2,000 subs. If your shorts is involving other people's material and you're not in the video, fam, go and delete those videos today. Do not let a day go by. If you're monetized on YouTube, see, the lead attorney is not teaching you this. These other content creators, they're not going to teach you this because they want you to get demonetized. They don't care. If you want to avoid being demonetized, go to your YouTube channel, go into your YouTube shorts, look at them. If you're in it, cool. If you're not in them, take them down. Take them down fast. Don't leave them up. You know what I mean? Like I said, Angry Man, pretty successful with his YouTube shorts. If you notice, he's in the shorts. You'll see something come on, because half of the times I'll be looking at the YouTube shorts feed. It'll come on with some crazy woman talking crazy. I didn't even know it's Angry Man's video, but you'll see him in the end. He'll be like this with a cigar or doing something crazy. He's in the video. Do you understand my point? Now, if he had the video and he's not in that video, that would be bad. So take the advice and use it to improve as a content creator. This is a business. You need to protect the bag at all costs. A lot of creators are not going to give you any game on how to protect the bag. They're going to just let you go out there and die. You got many content creators that have been terminated, banned off YouTube. Learn from this so you can protect what you do. Another thing to protect yourself as a content creator, because I'm giving you ultimate game. When you have a platform and you have other channels, if your channels are linked together on the same email, all of those channels get demonetized. Are you listening? When you have a YouTube channel, you can have about 4 YouTube channels on that one email. This is pure game, gold, priceless. If your main channel get demonetized, all the channels that is on that email, all of them get demonetized. This is why if you have other channels, you don't want them on the same email. You want to make sure that those channels are on separate emails. That way they don't get hit. Whatever's on that email, all of it is demonetized. Hey, I gave you nothing but information that can help you. That being said, we're going to get up on out of here. That's my take on this situation. It is what it is. Salute to the chat. Salute to the mods, everybody in the building. Right? Again, fam, it's about community. It's about growth. It's not about competitive jealousy. I'm not competing with none of you guys in these YouTube streets. I'm just doing my thing, trying to survive. I don't got no time for all that other stuff, fam. Competing is a waste of time. We got a lot of things to do. We got bigger fish to fry. I'm on a whole different frequency. I don't got no time for all that drama. Seriously, life is short, time is short. Everybody wasting and playing games. You know what I mean? But let's see what we got here. Give a few shout outs. Let me see. Shout out to Craig for the $5.98 on the Cash App. Jay, what is that? Jay Dodd? Jay Dodd. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name properly, but shout out to you for the $5 support. I'm not sure. Did I shout out V-Dub, man? I'm not sure if I did. I'm not sure if I shouted you out earlier, but shout out to V-Dub, man, for the $85. Appreciate your support. I think I did, though. I see Lady Divine. I think I shouted y'all out earlier. I think I did. I probably did. I think I did shout y'all out. But appreciate everybody stopping by. Again, we have to get it together as content creators. Do your thing. Do your content. You know what I mean? Talk about your stories. Let's cut out the nonsense. Let's cut out the war. Beefing with YouTubers. That stuff gotta end. That stuff gotta end, fam. That's all that's gonna do is destroy your channel, man. It's like we shouldn't be beefing. We supposed to be working. I mean, if you wanna clown people, troll people a little bit, crack a little jokes here and there, you can do that. You know what I mean? That's perfectly fine as long as it's within reason and whatnot. Or do a response video. That's cool. You know what I mean? But the beefs, that type of stuff got to stop. We got to stop the beef. We got to get back to the business. So, hey, will FreshandFit get monetization back? I don't know. Again, it's going to take them 3 months to reapply. Because basically what it is once you get demonetized, YouTube sends you the email You get a message in the YouTube studio that tells you why you got demonetized. And then the next step is you got to clean your channel up. You got to make sure you clean the channel up. It could have been something they said. It could have been a video. It could have been something that they're doing that's crossing the line. You got to go into the YouTube guidelines for the monetization and the partnership program. You got to read it all. Read it. Go to YouTube. Ask the YouTube team, could you give me information on how to understand what I did? Because if you go to YouTube and you ask them flat out what videos caused this, they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you. Sometimes what YouTube do is they'll let you get an opportunity to make a little short 5-minute video clip explaining what the situation is in hopes to get monetization back. Sometimes they give you that option. But in most cases, YouTube is not going to tell you exactly what you did in terms of what video caused this. They're not going to tell you. I had to figure it out. I had to literally comb through my channel. I had to delete hundreds of videos, fam. I had about 2,000 videos. You know what I mean? I had to delete all sorts. Here's another thing. People, listen to me. I'm giving you the ultimate game. The ultimate game. All you content creators that got private videos, YouTube can see your private videos. If you got private videos, download them and delete them off YouTube. Do it. YouTube can see those videos. So if you got videos that are extremely controversial, videos that cross the line, videos that you know can affect monetization, download it so you can have it in your records if it was a live show, and then delete it off the system. I talked with the insiders in YouTube and I asked them the question. I said, are they able to see my private videos? They say, yeah, they're able to see everything. So if you think if you put a video on private that the YouTube team can't see it, they got access to that video, fam. Take it down, take it down, take it down. Don't let it. Sometimes your channel can lose monetization based off a private video that you got. It's up there. The YouTube team could see it. It's not private. This is their platform, fam. The only thing it's private from is the public, but not the YouTube team. Show me a content creator that's going to give you this amount of information. Right? So we're going to get up on out of here. Again, fam, be safe out there. Call your mom, call your dad, tell them you love them. You know, stop all the beef and all the madness. It is what it is, fam. It's a silly question to ask, what about unlisted videos? It's a silly question. If I just talked about private videos, it should be common sense about everything else, fam. Like, seriously, I gotta think fast and not post foolish questions. You know? I don't feel like roasting anybody right now. It's a foolish question. If I just talked about YouTube can see private videos, you don't think they can see your unlisted videos too? Like, it makes sense, right? It don't make no sense to have anything like that. If you have an unlisted video and it has dirt in it, some sort of mess, take that video down because you're gonna get demonetized. If you're not monetized to begin with, then you don't got nothing to worry about because you ain't making no money in the first place. We're talking about people that are getting a bag. People that are making bank on YouTube. You don't got no time to be doing dumb stuff that's gonna cause your whole channel to be jeopardized. You know? You want more game? Let me give you some more game, fam. All you content creators that do live streams, right? Let me give you the game. When you do live streams, all you content creators, pay attention in class, fam. You're not gonna get this information from nobody on YouTube, bruh. Once you finish your live stream, this is what you do, fam. YouTube have a rating system that you're supposed to rate your video when it comes to monetization. You want to make sure that your video is within community guidelines. So they have a rating system in which you have to rate your video. It is very important as a streamer that you properly rate your video after you do a live stream. The way you do this, once your live stream ends, you go into the YouTube studio. You go where the content is in your live section. You click on edit video. Once you get into the edit video section for the video that you just did in terms of streaming, you click on the monetization link. Once you click that, go to where it has the on and off for monetization. Click it and click it off to turn off monetization. Click the save tab to save your choice. Now, go back to the monetization link. Click it on. Once you click it back on, you're gonna see a menu drop down. Boom, I bet you didn't see that before, right? I'm giving you the game. Once you see that menu pop up, it's gonna give you a laundry list of where your video fall in. If you know you have profanity in the video, click where it says light profanity and it says monetization is accepted. If you have any sort of sexual conversations in your video, click where it says adult conversations. Click on that for monetization. If you know your video have any sort of criticism, which is considered hate or considered derogatory, or you're refuting somebody's claims, click on where it says hate. Click that box right there and check that for monetization. If your video have any sort of shocking content that can make a viewer get upset, click that box for that. Once you click all of those menus, you click save. What that does, it puts your video in a safety box where now when the YouTube team look at your video, they can see that, oh, he properly identified his video as containing profanity, sexual content in terms of talk. He might have some shock value. He might have some hate. He might have some criticism towards other people. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this video in the safe shelf where this video is protected. Do that. I'm giving you ultimate game. These creators in these YouTube streets is not giving you this information because they don't know nothing. And half of them, they would love to see your channel destroyed. But see, I do my research. And under that, I basically will protect the platform even more because you're properly rating your videos. This is why it's so easy for people to take down videos, because you don't properly protect your content. You got to do this. So if you do live streams, make sure you set your videos, because if you upload a video for monetization, you'll see that same menu. The same thing goes for when you do live streams. After the video is over with, now you got to set the categories of where your video fall in. Do that, and you'll be good to go. That being said, we're going to get up on out of here. RINGOTV Reactions. The best reactionary channel on YouTube. Hands down. Right? So y'all be safe. I'll catch you later. Peace and blessing to the chats and the mods. I'm out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $RingoTV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.